Hey, welcome to Midnight Mass. I hope you guys are doing well. I actually wasn't even going to go live tonight, but I popped into Discord after I was making candles and there were like tons of messages. I was like, shit. I was like, what did I miss? So I decided after reading all the messages and everyone told me what was going on, I was like, oh, hell no. So I went back and listened to some of her live. It is absolutely I I don't even know how to put it. Um, One of the worst things I've ever fucking heard. Listening to 2 fat bitches eat is disgusting, and it's just gross. There's no reason for it at all. But the good thing is I actually got a chance to listen to Clue earlier, which is when I learned about the whole what's happening with Sebastian and Seth Rogers suing for like $25 million or something, which is fucking stupid. But regardless, Clue had played the video. So I can really make a comparison between the two of them. I know that they're on opposite sides. They both want the exact same thing, and that's for Sebastian to come home, obviously, or the worst case scenario, to at least be found. And it's very interesting to put the two of them side by side and go through the differences. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And if you guys want to break from all of this, Barbecue Lady had a fucking kick-ass live before, and she was on a roll. She was crazy, but she was on a roll. And we're going to get to it. I'm only going to play one intro song just because it is so late. So let's do it. We got a lot to cover in a short amount of time.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right the fuck up. Welcome to the shit show. Come in, sit down, and shut the fuck up. Welcome to the shit show. Lights out, mask on. Whole damn temp been cursed since the day I was born. Red nose on the demon, black smoke in the air. Everybody fake smiling like they ain't scared. Step in the ring if you think you're tough. Bet your whole damn soul you ain't built for this stuff. Got lions off the chain and they hungry as hell. This ain't no fun house, bitch. This is personal hell. Cotton candy lies and a knife in the bag. Pretty little clowns all dressed in black. Everybody cheer when the train goes off and act surprised when I cut shit off. You came for a show, now you're part of the pain. Every damn ticket got blood in the stain. Ain't no refunds, ain't no saving face. Once you in my circus, you know your place. Smile for the crowd, yeah, dance like a freak. Everybody loud till the monsters speak. You wanted chaos? Well, here it is. A middle finger wrapped in a twisted kiss. Welcome to the shit show. Come and sit down, shut the fuck up. Whole damn place going down, burning up. Welcome to the shit show, where the freaks all bite and the weak get cut. If you can't hang, then get the fuck up out of my circus. Welcome to the shit show. Blood on the stage, no mercy, no luck. Smile for the camera while the whole world erupts. Welcome to the shit show. Come and sit down, shut the fuck up. Step right in, motherfucker. You're one of us. Ringmaster grin with a switchblade smile. I've been walking this wire for a long damn while. Everybody watching, hoping I fall, but I built this tent from the bricks in my walls. Tightrope tension, snapback rage. I was born in the fire, now I own this stage. Every damn clown wanna talk that shit till I drag 'em backstage and I empty the clip. Got Dagobah twisted heads upside down. No. King of the wreckage, I run this town. No. House full of snakes and sequins and pearls. Fake ass kings and plastic girls. This ain't entertainment, this is survival. I don't need love, I came for revival. You can laugh all day till the floorboards crack, then I send that laughter straight to black. Smile for the crowd, yeah, dance like a freak. Everybody loud till the monsters speak. You wanted madness, you wanted war. Now the whole damn tent wants more. Welcome to the shit show. Come and sit up, step right up to the greatest wreck you ever saw. Burn it down, burn it down. Let the whole damn crowd want more. Hey, freaks in the front, hey, blood in the drums. Hey, everybody scream when the nightmare comes. This ain't a circus, this is a warning. This ain't a joke, this is me storming. To every fake face, every cheap grin, welcome to hell. Now let the show begin. Welcome to the shit show. Come and sit down, shut the fuck up. Whole damn tent about to self-destruct. Welcome to the shit show, where the wild ones rise and the weak get crushed. If you got a problem, bitch, get dragged in the dust. Welcome to the shit show. No peace, no rules, no saints, no trust, just chaos, rage, and a whole lot of rust. Welcome to the shit show. Come and sit down, shut the fuck up. Step right in, motherfucker. Now the show's fucked up. Thank you for coming. We know you'll never be the same. Now get the fuck out, or stay and burn with the rest of us.
All right. Welcome to the shit show. So before we get started, there is something that I want to show you guys that I'm sure you guys have seen, but just in case you haven't, it's like confirmation. Let me grab it. Oh. Irish, where is Granny's I could have sworn you're the one that sent it to me. Granny's paperwork. Wasn't it you that sent it? Or posted it? Damn, we've been messing. Oh, wasn't you? Did someone post it in Discord? Who the fuck sent it to me then? Damn, who sent it to me? Ah, Holly did it. All right. I knew someone did. All right, guys, give me 1 second just to... This way there's no... I know a lot of, some of you guys haven't seen this yet. And it's kind of just like proof positive. No questions asked. Nothing's up for debate. Oh. It's all here in black and white. Whoop. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So if BJ or anybody tries to say like it's not real, it doesn't exist, someone lied, like the bullshit you pulled last night, here is the actual court docket. And now this 14th of July, 2026, upon consideration of the petition for attorney's fees and litigation costs of plaintiff Jessica Lynn Singh and any and all responses thereto, it is ordered and decreed that attorney fees and costs are awarded against Brittany Nicole non-Black Jackson in the amount of $9,030 and no cents, and plus $842.89 in litigation costs, totaling $9,872.89, along with an additional amount additional sanctions in the amount of zero as determined by this court under Pennsylvania 42 for dishonest conduct. So the courts deemed Brittany as being totally dishonest. Yeah, we're all hallucinating. Response to that to order and decree. Oh, I didn't realize it was the same one. So yeah, 9,872.89. So Brittany, you can lie all you want. You can say that, something is fake or that Granny's lying. Here it is in black and white. Okay? Yeah, court said you're a liar. 100%. So congratulations again, Granny. I hope you're partying today. I don't know if, you'll ever see that money anytime, in the near future or by the time your son graduates college, but you still got it. And that's what matters. You still got the win. So you can go after her forever. So a lot of people ask like what they thought the dishonest conduct meant. So in my professional and personal opinion, what it means is that Brittany filed these bullshit C&Ds and never wanted to follow through with it. And that's dishonest because if you're going to file something, make sure you're going to follow through with it. So that's what I think they mean by dishonest conduct. And I'm glad she got it. I'm glad, Granny got everything. So I don't know what she allegedly told Melissa or, what she thinks she's got up her sleeve. Bitch, it's done. There is no more. It's done. The judge don't like you. The lawyers don't like you. Granny don't like you. And anyone with a brain don't like you. So that leaves the people you're left with. Just saying. Honestly, Criminal Med, I don't think Brittany has any intention of paying, but I don't think Granny's lawyer is going to let her not pay. Now, that's why sometimes lawyers will get paid on the back end because then it's on them to go after the person. And, Granny and him might have a deal already that it's his money, so he's going to go after it. And, but I don't know. But I hope that Granny didn't already pay, because if she did, then there's really no incentive for the lawyer to really go after Brittany because he already got his money. So that's why I'm hoping that, Granny still owes him money. So he will, Martucci will go after Brittany. Yeah, she has 30 days, but she's not filing. She couldn't even, and she's got to put up a bond, but she couldn't even fucking call to set up Zoom or a phone call or something at any, in the whole month. And I mean, the whole 6 months or whatever that she knew about it, she waited till the last day. I'm sorry. I have no reason to believe you, BJ. You're not going to file an appeal. You're not going to do anything because you're a piece of shit. Plain and simple. Well, Granny may have paid him, but I really hope she did not pay him all of it, because if she did, he doesn't have any real incentive to go after Brittany without getting paid for it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that there is still money on the table and he's going to go after Brittany. And he did say something about a defamation case. So that's what I'm hoping happens. I could be wrong. He may have been paid already in full, and that's that, but hopefully not. Hopefully he has incentive to go after Brittany, on his own without Granny having to pay for it, which I think he does because he mentioned a defamation case. So, yeah, well, Martucci won't let it slide as long as Granny's working with him. But once him and Granny, like if the RICO comes in tomorrow, he really has no incentive to stay with Granny. Then it becomes on Granny. So hopefully not. That's just how lawyers work. So I did want to show you guys that. I know most of you guys saw it, but it doesn't mean that all of you guys saw it. So, all right. So most of you guys are familiar with Sebastian Rogers' case. If you don't know, now I don't know every little detail, so bear with me. Justin, you're here. You can help me out a little. Sometime a few years ago, no, back in, I really don't remember the year, that Sebastian Rogers was at the time, a 15-year-old boy. All right, so he's going to be 18. So it would have been 2024, February of like 2024, I think, somewhere around there. Had a 15-year-old boy basically disappeared without a trace in Tennessee. No clue where 2023. No clue where he is, not a clue about what happened to him. There's nothing. The community got divided on two sides. Do you believe the biological mom and her husband, or do you believe the biological father? Okay, so I knew it was February. So I was right. It was 2024. See, Iris, you screwing me up. I knew it was 2024. Thank you, Yvette. And I knew it was February. So that's pretty good for someone who doesn't really follow it. I'm proud of myself. So the community had pretty much divided on who you believe. You got wackos on one side, you got wackos on the other side, you got wackos on both sides. I mean, you really do. And it became very much a trauma community fight. Which side did you take? Which creator do you like? That's pretty much how Clue got in this community. Thanks, Plurpy. Oh, by the way, Justin, UA said she emailed you something and she wanted me to text you, and I got sidetracked and forgot. But she said for you to check your email. That was earlier, though. I'm sure you did. So we're getting to that, Justin. So Clue is friendly with Katie and Chris Proudfoot, which is the biological mom, and her husband. Brittany had become friends with Seth and Betty. And of course, Betty's going to take the opposite of Queen Bee. And Queen Bee was a Chris and Katie supporter. So again, I know most of you guys are familiar with the case. I'm just giving a quick background for anyone that really has no idea. So a lot of conspiracy theories came out, and this case is what put Brittany on the mark. This case had 1,000 people in there. It's what started the RICO, all around a missing child. So that's pretty much a really quick rundown of the case. So Brittany had a fault, Brittany's on this RICO with the biological father, Nick the Hat, Dog the Bounty Hunter, Bullhorn Betty, and a couple of other people. I don't even know who else is on it. So Brittany thinks she's hot shit. They signed the RICO. Brittany's channel starts going to hell ever since. Brittany and Clue didn't like each other. And well, Tony's dead. So that's why I didn't include him, because he's dead. So, and there was so much shit that went on in between. Like, if you followed the case at all, it was just so much drama surrounding the case. And Clue, again, is friends with Chris and Katie. Brittany was friends with Seth. In my humble opinion, Seth is a piece of shit. Always has been. And I stand by that. Does that mean he deserves his kid to be missing? No, not at all. But it still doesn't change who he is. And that's just my opinion. Now, do I think Chris and Katie are completely innocent? I'm not saying that either. I don't know. I truly don't know. But just like Don and Candace in Summer Wells, they haven't been convicted of anything. Now, I haven't watched too much coverage of clues on Sebastian Rogers. What I have seen, though, has been very normal true crime coverage, basically. And today, so now I'm like jumping real far ahead. And Brittany, oh, let me not forget, Brittany has also surrounded herself with the biggest fucking idiots that I've ever seen. I'm talking people like Mob Crew, Smiley, Lolly, just the biggest fucking idiots who should not have a platform about true crime because their conspiracy theories are so fucking out there. And I don't mean to say Smiley, I meant Lolly. Their conspiracy theories are so fucking wild and out there that it's just not even comprehensible. It's so fucking weird. People seeing bunnies in trees, it's fucking whacked. Lolly is insane. Absolutely fucking insane. And people in Brittany's chat are like, "Oh, Mob Crew is so good." Mob Crew is a fucking idiot. An absolute idiot. Yeah, I didn't mean to say Smiley. I've never watched Smiley. So I apologize. I never watched her. But I have watched Mob Crew, and I think he's a fucking moron. Yes, the crazy lady. And that's just my opinion. If you like Mob Crew, that's for you. You know what I mean? And you could like him all you want. I agree. The man is a clown. He comes up with crazy fucking conspiracy theories that are just so out there that it's like, really, dude, come on. He reminds me of a male version of Bullhorn Betty. That's what he reminds me of. Just not as slick as she is, if that makes sense. But again, that's just my opinion. So fast forward to today. And hold up. There's a whole bunch of drama that went on with Seth and, T-Rev and dating and some girl and money. It's just fucking endless. The drama that surrounded Sebastian Rogers. Okay. So now let's really fast forward to today. So Clue tells everybody at the end of her stream earlier about, what's happening, and that Seth Rogers had done an interview that she was going to play, and that he's suing for like $25 million, which her and Cletus both think are laughable. And I completely agree with it. That, I completely agree with them that it's absolutely laughable. But, when she played it, she did not bash Seth. She did not say anything horrible. She did not compare herself to anybody. She did not compare herself to Britney. She never mentioned Britney. As a matter of fact, come to think of it, I don't even think Clue mentioned another creator. She just told her audience about the case. Not about the case, about the interview. She played the interview. She discussed the interview and her opinions on it. Why she thought that it was never going to go anywhere and why it was kind of laughable. And Cletus agreed. That's about the extent of how it went. And that's exactly how I would have done it, how Irish would have done it. Like, that's exactly, B would have done it. When you're talking about a true crime case, you don't need to bash someone else in order to get your point across. And when I heard what I heard tonight from BJ, bitch, what in the fuck are you doing? Like, you want to say how horrible Clue is and how bad Clue is, but Clue just told a story. with no ulterior motive. There was no reason for her to bring up other creators. She did not even bring up you. I think she mentioned Betty at some point, but that's because she was fitting in the story, but to turn you on, well, that came out bad. But to put on your fake show, whatever it is, and to hear, one, you're falling asleep, B, you're more into the drama than speaking about the case. And I also want to know how somebody who has followed this case and made so much money on this case has absolutely no idea what the fuck is going on. To this day, I could tell you every time a document drops in Making a Murderer. I can tell you anytime there's something new in Making a Murderer. Why? Because that case is where my heart is, and I keep up on it. I make sure that I follow creators that will come out with something immediately. Now, if there were like big news to share, I would share, but so far it's nothing but smoke and mirrors, and there's nothing really to share. But I make sure that I know everything going on in that case at all times. You should be like that with Sebastian. But instead, you're too busy falling asleep. You're too busy eating. Your fucking partner over there is dumber than you are. Reality. If her internet goes out, like it fucking goes out every night, but if her internet goes out, Brittany, I'm sorry, reality, then pick up the slack. Don't fucking sit there in silence like a deer in fucking headlights. Now, we all know she fell asleep and her internet probably didn't go out. She probably just passed out. And you see that consistently through the stream. But it's truly fucking embarrassing. Like, this is a case that you allegedly care about, and I could tell you more than the case, and I barely fucking covered it. Like, I don't think I did one video on it, maybe one or two, just to straighten out some bullshit. But to know that you're sitting over there, falling asleep, not really paying attention, and then you come back with, "Oh, I can't." You can't what? What can't you do, Brittany? Yeah, it's her internet, it's this, now it's her computer. All of a sudden, she's got computer issues. Bitch, it's a brainy fucking computer, isn't it? So I'm gonna play some audio of what pissed me the fuck off, and let me know if it pisses you guys off.
Sorry about that. Best buddy. He was like a spokesperson. He kept him strong. Yeah. He was like his confidant, his cheerleader, person that he could talk to.
And
keep
look,
him on the right path. Yeah.
She's out.
Tony's a strong, pleasant.
Tony's dead, reality.
Nice.
Why do people do that? Like, reality, I'm sorry, he's passed. He's moved on.
I've always kept that in my mind, but I still have my theory what's happened to him.
Sure you do. She must be in the rabbits in the trees with Lolly.
All right, we're going to who'd you say again? Lord, my mind is Mr. E, right?
Mr. and Mrs. E.
And shout out to Mr. E and Mrs. E. I miss you guys dearly.
Sure
they
you
are
do.
They are another amazing creators who have stood by and never wavered.
That's right.
Okay. Stood by and never wavered against what? Against you? So now it's all about you? Can someone maybe clarify what the fuck she meant by that? Because that's how I just took it. I just took it as this is all about Britney. By the way, her cover is Taylor Parker. Just saying.
They're always on my thoughts and prayers as well.
Yep. That's true. And by the way, they're both on stage. And I'm not on pause.
All right. Is a post?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
I'm not pausing.
all right.
She is absolutely nodding out.
Okay. Let me see.
Hi, Sydney. Hi, Randa.
Hey, everybody coming in. Baby. Y'all please click that thumbs up.
You are doing a true crime live. You don't have to constantly say, click the thumbs up, Brittany. Everybody knows what the fuck to do. You're not getting thumbs up because most of your viewers are haters. Because really, you get I get half the amount of views as you do, and I have double the amount of thumbs up. Make that make sense. Or not make it make sense. Let that sink in. And that's her.
Okay.
How many times are you going
I
to
hope
say
I got
okay?
this correct, reality.
Let's see.
All right.
Because reality, she's
Right,
new.
yeah.
She doesn't know how to
It's
fucking
supposed
do
to
anything.
Post, yeah, the link for the post, yeah. Yep. Oh, look at them, their son.
All right.
Sweet boy.
So this is a link. Did they speak on it in the link?
Go ahead and hit it.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
And I'm not pausing it. You know damn well this bitch was fucking nodding out. She does sound as out of it as
All
BJ.
right,
I
I'm gonna
agree.
read this.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, let me get it over to you guys. Make sure it's transferred.
Because this is so fucking hard
All right.
to post
Hold
a
on
link.
second. I'm back to y'all. Stop.
It must
Alright,
be impossible. Right, Yarn? Now I see why everybody was getting really uptight.
Now my computer's being stupid. I'm sorry, y'all.
Of course, it's a
Applications,
brand new
regulations.
computer.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Thank you,
being
Chris.
Like
Temperamental.
very like yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's like it's being temperamental. I'm saying.
I also have a question. For anyone that's not a tech person, put a 1 in the chat if you know that you should turn off your computer once in a blue moon. You shouldn't leave it running 24/7. I always thought that anybody who owned a computer would know that you have to turn it on and off sometimes. because it resets just like your phone. You need to turn your phone on and off once in a while. So Brittany says she has never turned her computer off. Really? In 7 months? And you wonder why you're having issues with it? Gee, I wonder.
I'm gonna make it hard for you tonight, bitch. Okay.
How many fucking times are you going to say okay?
They failed my son, Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian Rogers' dad sues state agency over Tennessee, sheriff and state agency over Tennessee teen's disappearance.
And she stops reading.
All right, Lenny. Well, is it a video?
Yeah, it's right now. There's Brittany's commercials.
2.5 years after Sebastian Rogers vanished. His father is taking the Sumner County Sheriff's Office to federal court, claiming the investigation failed his son.
870 days later, Sebastian is still missing, and the question that has haunted Middle Tennessee from the beginning remains the same. What happened to Sebastian?
So tonight, just hours after filing suit, Seth Rogers sits down exclusively with WSMV4's Stacey Cameron, saying it's time to ask a second question. What happened to the investigation?
We're continuing to follow breaking news in Sumner County. A large search is underway for a missing teen. Thousands searched.
There is significant
Hey,
concern
Wilby.
tonight.
He was last seen in all black.
Millions watched.
Okay. The bounty hunter is coming to look for Sebastian.
Everyone had a theory.
What was under that soft soil?
Everyone
Hey, Beej, ever hear of fair use? Oh, I forgot. You're just using it to go to sleep. My bad. You play a video and then you pass out. That's what you do. But you wake up and say, make sure you hit the thumbs up. If anybody would like to join a membership, go ahead and join a membership because we could really use the support. That's what you do, Beej. And that's exactly what you're going to do again. I guarantee it. Oh, dude, her laugh is infectious.
answers.
He deserves justice.
Oh God. Look at all the YouTube and TikToks.
2.5 years later, there have been no arrests, no
Hey,
suspects,
listen.
and no sight of Sebastian.
I need my son home. I need my son home.
From the moment his son went missing, Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, prayed.
It's like God gave me a purpose.
Thank you,
in life.
Justin.
Your son was your purpose.
And he still is. I just gotta find him.
Now, mind you, she hasn't said one word. She hasn't done anything. Not a word has been spoken.
Sebastian disappeared during the overnight hours of February 26, 2024, from the Hendersonville home he shared with his mother, Katie Proudfoot, and her husband, Chris Proudfoot.
He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
At first, Seth says he trusted the investigation, but the idea Sebastian just walked from home alone with no shoes on and without his phone never made sense.
Thank you, Rock.
People don't just vanish into thin air.
No, they don't. No matter how I look at it, I just cannot wrap my head around my son walking out of that house.
Sebastian has autism, ADHD, and a rare chromosomal disorder that caused intellectual disabilities. So as hours turned to days and days to weeks, Seth Rogers says his faith in the investigation faded, and the question changed. It was no longer, where's Sebastian? But what happened to the investigation?
I don't think they put any effort in finding my son anymore.
He says that question is what brought him here, suing the Sumner County Sheriff's Office in federal court.
Wow.
Saying the agency and people that were supposed to find his son failed them both. Did you think a search that big would find at least one clue?
Would have been nice.
The lawsuit claims Seth Rogers' loss of confidence didn't happen overnight. The complaint claims the case was never adequately staffed and argues that once the massive ground search for Sebastian ended, the investigation began losing momentum. Only one detective was left to follow leads, and there was just one news conference at that point to update the public.
We are exploring every lead that comes in and every tip that comes in.
Making it all worse, according to the lawsuit, the sheriff's office stopped communicating with Seth Rogers, and for the past 18 months, there's been a communications blackout.
Is that what it feels like, a blackout? Yeah. It says a lot when they won't speak to me. To me, it says that they know that they screwed the pooch.
Then the lawsuit asks another question. If the investigation lost steam in the early days, what happened during those first critical hours? Because the complaint claims that's where some of it's...
Now, on a personal note, I think this lawsuit is ridiculous, but it's not my child. I think I'd probably be the same way if it was my child, but I don't know what Clue played earlier, but according to what Clue played, Sebastian Rogers was the biggest manhunt in all of Tennessee history. So when I heard that, I think that definitely changes things. Like, if it was the biggest search in Tennessee history, then how is he saying that, he's been short-sighted? So I don't know. I don't know what she played, though.
Most serious allegations begin.
And your lawsuit says this investigation, its focus was critically marred from the beginning.
It was dead on arrival. This looks to me like an amateur investigation.
That's Seth Rogers' attorney, Darren Ritchie. The first allegation centers on the home itself. The lawsuit claims investigators never secured the Proudfoot home as a potential crime scene, allowing reporters and family members inside before it was...
Wow. You hear that?
From the jump, started this
Hang on.
on a faulty road.
Hold
The
on.
lawsuit says there was something else investigators should have been...
And she's gone. Absolutely
Oh my
gone.
goodness. Get out of here. You people are sick. Sick, sick, sick. Well, she'll be back. She won a pothole.
She gone. More man hours was spent
Oh,
looking
Sydney,
for
tell her.
SR than any lost kid in history. Well, I know in Tennessee history. Because I heard that. Let me see if Clues Live is still up. I doubt it is, but I just don't know which interview she had.
Brown eyes, they just want a reaction. They're not going to get it. Yeah. We need a little record emoji. I need to get on her about that.
Nah, she took it down. Damn, dude.
No, I want to hear that part again when she comes back. Hi, Indie Gal. Good to see you. Yep, kick rocks.
Thank you, Irish.
Yeah, and that's coming from the attorney, by the way.
This is the one that Clue played. All right, let me pause her for a minute. This is the one that Clue played. Not the one BJ played that we just heard, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Sunset. That's what Irish just sent me. But with all the coverage Clue did, that's what law enforcement said in the past. No, I thought it was a lot longer, though.
The sheriff's office to federal court, claiming the investigation failed his son.
870 days later, Sebastian is still missing, and the question that has haunted Middle Tennessee from the beginning remains the same. What happened to Sebastian?
So tonight, just hours after filing suit, Seth Rogers sits down exclusively with WSMV4's Stacey Cameron, saying it's time to ask a second question. What happened to the investigation?
We're continuing to follow breaking news in Sumner County. A large search is underway for a missing teen.
Thousands searched.
There is significant concern tonight.
He was last seen in all black.
Millions watched.
Dog, the bounty hunter, is coming to look for Sebastian.
Everyone had a theory.
What was under that soft soil?
Everyone wanted answers.
He deserves justice.
What happened to 15-year-old Sebastian
Hey, that was Julie. Look at Julie making the news.
Rogers? But nearly 2.5 years later, there have been no arrests, no suspects, and no
Yeah, this is from tonight. That was Julie.
sight of Sebastian.
I need my son home. I need my son home.
From the moment his son went missing, Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, prayed.
It was like God gave me a purpose in life,
Your son was your purpose.
and he still is. I just gotta find him.
Sebastian disappeared during the overnight hours of February 26, 2024, from the Hendersonville home he shared with his mother, Katie Proudfoot, and her husband, Chris Proudfoot.
He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
At first, Seth says he trusted the investigation, but the idea Sebastian just walked from home alone with no shoes on and without his phone never made sense.
People don't just vanish into thin air.
No, they don't. No matter how I look at it, I just cannot wrap my head around my son walking out of that house.
Sebastian has autism, ADHD, and a rare chromosomal disorder that caused intellectual disabilities. So as hours turn to days and days,
See, I'm pretty sure, though, the one that Clue played was just the guy interviewing him. I don't remember all the news stuff.
to weeks, Seth Rogers says his faith in the investigation faded, and the question changed. It was no longer, where's Sebastian? But what happened to the investigation?
I don't think they put any effort in finding my son anymore.
He says that question is what brought him here, suing the Sumner County Sheriff's Office in federal court, claiming the agency and people that were supposed to find his son failed them both.
Did you think a search that big would find at least one clue?
Would have been nice.
The lawsuit claims Seth Rogers' loss of confidence didn't happen overnight. The complaint claims the case was never adequately staffed and argues that once the massive ground search for Sebastian ended, the investigation began.
See, again, I would say that if it was my kid, I would definitely probably think differently because it would be my own child and, stop at nothing. But it comes to a point, what do you want people to do? Like, what possibly could people do? There's nothing you can do. Like, if they can't find them, they can't find them. So I wonder if some of it has to do with, oh, that's it. I wonder if some of it has to do with the RICO and that knowing that he lost. Is this lawsuit a distraction from the RICO? Okay, this is what I was looking for. Thank you, Irish. All right, hang on. We're going to close this out.
Years, the disappearance of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers has remained one of Tennessee's most enduring mysteries. Despite
one of the largest missing child searches in state history, there have still been no arrests, no suspects identified, and few answers. Now, Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, is filing a federal lawsuit accusing the Sumner County Sheriff's Office of failing to properly investigate his son's disappearance. Rogers agreed to sit down and talk to me exclusively. And here in our extended conversation, we talked about the son he misses every day, the emotional toll of living without answers, his frustration with the investigation, and why he believes the search for Sebastian is far from over. We began with a simple question. How has he managed the weight of the past 2.5 years?
People say I'm strong and I got a lot of patience. People say that, but they have no idea. Being strong, I'm not strong. I'm just determined to find my son. Strength has nothing to do with it. The weight of the world that I feel on my shoulders every day, unless you've been in the situation of your child missing and not knowing where he's at, you don't have any clue.
Tell me about Sebastian.
He's my saving grace. Before him, I was probably heading down the wrong path in life. And then I had a child. It was like God gave me a purpose in life. And he still is. I just got to find him.
From your heart, what do you need?
I need my son home. I need my son home. There's nothing else. My goal is from the very beginning is to find my son. And it will continue to be the goal until he is found. There is no other.
February 26th, 2024. How do you learn Sebastian is missing?
I got off of work at 7. We're not allowed to have cell phones. When I get to my truck, I got a text message saying 911. So I called the stepfather, and that's when he tells me Sebastian's missing.
When you get to Hendersonville, what do you first see?
So there's police and there's like tracking dogs, and there's just a bunch of people walking around in the yard, in and out of the house. And then I walk into the house and I walk to his room.
His room is the first place you go.
Yeah. I want to see what his room looks like.
Why was that important to you?
It's the last place he supposedly was. What's going on in the room states what I need to look for.
Did anything seem off?
A couple things seemed off. I don't know why. His switch is on the floor, plugged into the wall. The closet's a mess. There's things all over the floor. It just didn't seem right.
This has been described as the largest search for a missing child in Tennessee history. Did you think a search that big would find?
See, that's where I learned it from. When he said that this was the largest search in Tennessee history for any missing child. So how can you sue the police saying that they gave up? That doesn't make sense to me. And I'm sure that the cops are going to use that phrase. How are you going to sue them when it was the largest search in Tennessee history?
And at least one clue?
Would have been nice. How can you have 7 different agencies and hundreds of people working on stuff and not find any speck of evidence that he was there?
People don't just vanish into thin.
Because either whoever took him did an amazing job, or whoever did something with him did an amazing job. I don't know how else to put it. But again, it's not my kid. Like Kimmy, I saw your comment. Dayton, and I've told this story. Dayton, we were shopping. It was me, the twins, Dayton's aunt, and her twins that were all under the age of 3. I think Dayton had to have been 4, maybe. And we were in a store. And all of a sudden, I turn around and Dayton's gone. And I'm panicking. I'm like, Shauna, where the fuck is Dayton? They lock the doors. I'm panicking. Thank you so much, Charms. Absolutely panicking. All of a sudden, this guy comes in with Dayton, comes in the store. Dayton, I don't know, his truck was outside or whatever. He was under a car trying to get his truck. I hugged him so tight and cried so hysterically. The kid was missing for like 3 minutes. I could not even imagine 2.5 years. So I absolutely empathize, sympathize with people that have missing children because like literally 3 minutes, I was a fucking mess. Dayton comes in, he's like, "Why are you crying, mommy?" And I just held him. So, yeah, it's scary. I said I would rather have a dead kid than a missing kid.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
The idea Sebastian just walked away from the home without his phone never made sense to you.
No, sir.
Why not?
Because it's not my son. It's not something that I could envision him doing. I've stated this before, that for him to leave that house without his shoes, without a coat, without his backpack, without Legos in his pocket, taking his switch or grabbing his phone, he would have had to been running. Somebody's in the house and he's trying to get away.
Were investigators at the home when you arrived inside?
Yeah, there was an investigator sitting at the dining room table.
Was he talking to anyone?
Nope. Was he just sitting there?
Just sitting there?
Yep.
Not looking at anything?
Nope.
Was the home secured like a crime scene?
I walked in and nobody even asked me who I was.
You were just free to walk through the home?
I was free to walk anywhere.
In the first few days, how difficult was that for you to see what is unfolding?
I was searching for my son.
You just couldn't sit around and wait for an answer?
I've put over 100,000 miles on my truck, going down any rabbit hole.
Oh, earlier I thought he said $100,000. And I was like, you didn't put $100,000, you liar. But now I see he said 100,000 miles.
I can find any tip that happens to come in.
Why does that fall on you?
It falls on me because I don't believe anybody else is doing it.
But that should be the job of the lead investigative agency, the sheriff's office.
Should be.
Do you believe they failed your son?
I believe they have.
Do you believe they failed you?
I know they have. Because it's 2.5 years and there's no nothing. They won't even do a press conference. And when they did do a press conference, they didn't even have a picture of my son up. How can you not have a picture of the missing child so people know who you're looking for? That does not make sense.
At first, did you have faith they would find him?
Yeah. I have no faith now.
When did that faith begin to fade?
When they started not telling me any information.
When did you stop waiting for answers and start questioning the investigation?
Probably within a month. When they kept telling me if I had a child missing, this is the detective that I want on the case. And when that detective doesn't answer phone calls and tells me he only wants to deal with text messages, I'm sorry, text messages are very impersonal.
Yeah, but Seth, you're not his only client. And you're not the only kid Sebastian's not the only kid in Tennessee that's missing. And again, it's easy to say that because it's not my kid. But that is the reality.
Do you feel the sheriff's office started to ignore you?
Yes. They don't want to answer questions. I think they should be answering questions.
They should answer your questions because you are his father.
Correct. But at the same point in time, I don't think they put any effort in finding my son anymore.
Has that silence or lack of communication
says a lot. It says a lot when they won't speak to me. To me, it says that they know that they screwed the pooch.
That silence let you
No, that's not what it means.
know in your heart they didn't do their job right.
Correct.
Since the ground search ended, one press conference, one detective on the case, no reward, 18 months of silence. What does that tell you about how much the sheriff's office cares about your son?
They don't care about him at all.
In the past, you have said the Sumner County Sheriff's Office should step aside and let the FBI take over this case. Why hasn't that happened?
My personal opinion is ego. And they don't appreciate that. There shouldn't be ego involved. It should just be urgency. Urgency to find the missing child. Ego should never step.
Yeah, but he's not the only missing child.
in when he comes to a professional job.
If there's any way possible, Sebastian is able to see this, you and I speaking, what would you want him to know?
I love you, son, and I am looking for you, and I won't stop until I find you. I don't know if he's got a pillow. I don't know if his belly's full. I don't know if he's got clothes. I don't know if he's got shoes. I don't know if he's being taken care of. And all these things hurt. All of them hurt. I don't know what's going on with my child. I just know that he's not where he should be.
Do you believe Sebastian's still alive?
Every day. No evidence otherwise. I don't understand how people can think that he's deceased.
You need your son to be alive.
I need my son found. There's no room in it for him to be deceased. He's alive. He's just lost.
For more.
Well, that was pretty intense ending. I got a little teary. I won't deny it. That was pretty intense. Do I believe him? Absolutely. Do I think he's done everything he could for his kid? No, I don't. I think there was a lot of drama that didn't need to be there throughout, and I just don't think he's done enough. As far as a press conference goes, there's nothing to tell. There's just nothing to tell. So I don't know what they would have a press conference over. Do I think he walked out on his own? No. Do I think Seth has the right attitude about it? Absolutely, I do. I think that in his heart, I don't think he truly thinks Sebastian is still alive, but he's holding out hope. Because his body language his head was shaking no, even though he was saying yes. So really looking at his body language, I think he doesn't believe his son is still alive, but is holding out hope for the best, which is what most parents do with missing children. You said the next one was really good. Which next one? There's another interview. This was the only one I actually heard earlier. Crafting, where's the other one? You said the next one is better. I once looked that up. Let me look that up again. A lot. More than most. How many go missing in Tennessee? Between 500 and 600 are reported missing every month. Yes, you heard that right. Between 500 and 600 children are reported missing every month in Tennessee. The Tennessee TBI notes that most of these cases are resolved quickly, as 90% are classified as runaways or parental abductions. However, the state typically has around 300 to 400 active missing children cases at any given time. That's a lot. Thank you, Brooke. That's a lot. And do you know that adult men are reported missing much higher rates than women, while minor females are the majority of youth reports? Check my phone. Oh, this is the one that I was playing earlier. It's the same interview, though.
Granger offers.
Let me see. I believe it's the same interview. I'm just going to drop it in Discord so I can grab the link. Let's see. Damn, you guys are on it. There's a bunch of them, actually. Yvette sent me a different one, too. All right, so this is the one Justin just sent. Yep.
Breaking news alert. Okay, we got some breaking news right now. 2.5 years
It's
after
the one I
Sebastian
played already.
Rogers vanished. His father is taking the
Suspects and no sight of Sebastian.
I need my son home. I need my son home.
From the moment his son went missing,
Yeah, it's the same one we
Sebastian's
watched
father,
already.
Seth Rogers, prayed.
It's like God gave me a purpose in life,
Your son was your purpose.
and he still is. I just gotta find him.
Sebastian disappeared during the overnight hours of February 26, 2024, from the Hendersonville home he shared with his mother, Katie Proudfoot,
Happy birthday, Justin.
and her husband, Chris Proudfoot.
He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
At first, Seth says he trusted the investigation, but the idea Sebastian just walked from home alone with no shoes on and without his phone never made sense.
People don't just vanish into thin air.
No, they don't. No matter how I look at it, I just cannot wrap my head around my son walking out of that house.
Sebastian has autism, ADHD, and a rare chromosomal disorder.
See, I personally think that him and Katie had a fight and he stormed out and something happened. That's personally what I think happened. I can see him walking out by himself if he was pissed. And the reason I say that is the kid that I watch, the kid that I'm a nanny for, he's 10. When he gets mad, he thinks he's being cute and he runs out the door. And obviously I notice immediately, but there are times he's tried running up the road and I almost kill him, but he's, trying running up the road because he's pissed at me because I told him no. And that's got me thinking that I think that's kind of what happened to Sebastian, is that he had a fight with Katie and he took off and something happened. That's what I think happened, because that would make sense why he took off without shoes.
That caused intellectual disabilities. So as hours turned to days and days to weeks, Seth Rogers says his faith in the investigation faded and the question changed. It was no longer where's Sebastian, but what happened to the investigation.
I don't think they put any effort in finding my son anymore.
He says that question is what brought him here, suing the Sumner County Sheriff's Office in federal court, claiming the agency and people that were supposed to find his son failed them both.
Did you think a search that big would find at least one clue?
Would have been nice.
The lawsuit claims Seth Rogers' loss of confidence didn't happen overnight. The complaint claims the case was never adequately staffed and argues that once the massive ground search for Sebastian ended, the investigation began losing momentum. Only one detective was left to follow leads, and there was just one news conference at that point to update the public.
But I also think that Katie would not tell anybody that, because then it looks like it's her fault. So I think that's where I think Chris knows that too. But, and again, this is just my observation, but there's something in me that makes me think that's why he left without shoes. And he left without shoes because he was pissed and just ran away. Now, is it possible that he ran and a car hit him? It's possible. Is it possible that he just got picked up by some freak and it's one of those bad timing? It's possible. To say that he left without a trace, if he is no longer alive, he could be in any state, in any garbage dump, anywhere. That's why they haven't found anything. It's also possible, now I didn't know his personality, but it's also possible that he ran out of the house, jumped into a car of somebody, and it was just bad timing. I mean, for all we know, child predator could have been riding around the streets looking for a kid. And then here comes Sebastian. Who knows?
We are exploring every lead that comes in and every tip that comes in. Making it all worse, according to the lawsuit, the sheriff's office stopped communicating with Seth Rogers, and for the past 18 months, there's been a communications blackout. Is that what it feels like, a blackout?
Yeah. It says a lot when they won't speak to me. To me, it says that they know that they screwed the pooch.
Then the lawsuit asks another question. If the investigation lost steam in the early days, what happened during...
I mean, it really doesn't matter because he's not going to get it. He's not going to get that kind of money. The state doesn't owe him anything. I mean, think about this. Can you imagine every single parent who's missing a child decides to sue the city or the state that they live in? The city would have no money left. The states would have no money left. So if that was the case, there's no way. You can't just sue everyone you can't go around suing police departments. So I don't think it's going to matter because he's not going to win.
Those first critical hours, because the complaint claims that
he would actually have a better chance of suing. He would have a better chance of suing Katie and Chris than he will the state. But speaking of Elizabeth Siders, Amethyst, remind me, don't let me forget to show you guys something. I know some of you guys saw it in Irish's live, but right after this, I'm going to go back to Brittany and what a piece of shit she is, but we'll get there.
That's where some of its most serious allegations begin. And your lawsuit says this investigation, its focus was critically marred from the beginning.
It was dead on arrival. This looks to me like an amateur investigation.
Okay, but you're Seth's attorney, so of course you're going to say that.
That's Seth Rogers' attorney, Darren Ritchie. The first allegation centers on the home itself. The lawsuit claims investigators never secured the Proudfoot home as a potential crime scene, allowing reporters and family members inside before it was fully processed.
That alone from the jump started this on a faulty road.
But the lawsuit says there was something else investigators should have been asking about: home security cameras, because according to the suit, they weren't working the day Sebastian disappeared. Do you have evidence that those security cameras at the home were offline and investigators didn't determine why?
I just know that they have not been able to get any footage from those cameras. I don't know why, but I know that that would have been the first key element of any evidence to collect in this case.
The lawsuit argues that should have raised immediate questions because Katie Proudfoot installs and services security cameras for a living. But the suit claims the missed opportunities didn't end there. It also alleges investigators never verified Chris Proudfoot's alibi that he was 3 hours away when Sebastian disappeared.
What evidence says Chris Proudfoot's alibi wasn't verified?
We have looked at the police reports on this matter, and we do not see where they were able to verify his alibi. They may say that the alibi is safe and is accurate, but I don't see the steps that they took to get there.
The complaint also describes an alleged tip from a nurse at Sebastian's doctor's office who claimed Katie Proudfoot canceled an appointment just 3 days before Sebastian vanished. The suit claims that lead was never adequately pursued, and it further alleges the sheriff's office was already part of a child protective team looking into abuse allegations involving Sebastian after Chris Proudfoot allegedly struck him in the stomach.
You're suing the sheriff's office, but the complaint at some point sounds like the finger's being pointed at the Proudfoots. Who are you after here?
I am going after the sheriff's department right now.
We also reached out to the Proudfoots. They declined our interview request, but they have never been arrested, never been named suspects, and never been identified as persons of interest in Sebastian's disappearance. And they have repeatedly told WSMV4 they had nothing to do with Sebastian's disappearance.
How bad does that hurt when people start accusing you? It hurts. It hurts a lot.
For Katie Proudfoot, the pain is being accused. For Seth Rogers, the pain is not knowing if everything that should have been done to find Sebastian was.
I want to hug my son. I want to feel his physical presence. I don't want to close my eyes and have these nightmares anymore.
We asked the Sumner County Sheriff's Office for an interview. We haven't heard back. And tonight, there is more. Rogers also filed a second federal lawsuit, this one targeting the Tennessee Department of Children's Services. The suit claims DCS had 2 cases of alleged abuse involving Sebastian, one of them inside the Hendersonville home where he lived, but never notified his father, Seth Rogers. Both of those cases were closed without Sebastian being removed from that home. But the lawsuit now asks whether that was a mistake and claims DCS failed Sebastian. We'll have more on that suit.
Oh, I can't wait to hear Brittany's response to that. You know, because CPS never fails anybody. I mean, isn't that what Brittany says? That, you know, CPS has been to her house so many times. So since CPS has been there, you know, everything is fine. That's her excuse. So, yeah. But CPS does fail. So it'll be really interesting to see what side she takes on this. Hey, Dreamcatcher. I was just on BJ's and popped on listening and Justin. And she was trying to say you went against Seth tonight. I called her out. Who went against Seth? Oh, Justin? See, she's all about the fucking drama. Hey, Kaz. Like Dreamcatcher, all she cares about is the fucking drama. Like, who cares what Justin said? It's about Sebastian. Yeah, it's not about your personal fucking beef, Brittany. Justin doesn't have to agree with every single thing Seth says and does. That doesn't mean he's going to march with the Proudfoots. I mean, give me a fucking break. So, speaking of Brittany and failed reports, let's switch gears for a second. So last night after my live, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I had to clean the kitchen because I told you guys, like, I had candle shit everywhere. So I happened to come across, I watch Law and Crime a lot. And I happened to come across this Law and Crime talking about the silver case and the house and how gross it was. And I pulled up and I was listening and they came to this part about truancy. And like Annette Levy was so like, she could not believe that anybody didn't send their kids to school. But it was just such a good cider. It was just such a good fucking piece that I want to play it for you guys. I told Irish play it this afternoon, but I'm actually shocked that more people have not played this because it's really fucking powerful. So let me get it. And, we keep hearing Brittany say, oh, it's truancy. It's okay. Hey, Bubby. And it's, people make mistakes and all this other shit. No, that's not it. And then you have idiots in our fucking chat that are like, oh, my kid was truant. We had truancy. Well, that's a fucking problem. Because again, I know crackheads that never had truancy problems with their kids. And it's only like 5 minutes, but it's really good piece. And I actually learned a couple of things in it too that I didn't know. So Beej, listen up, bitch.
Definitely in danger. Their parents are now facing child endangering charges. It appears from everything we can see, just from the outside looking in, that there was not an effort, certainly not in Benton County, to send these children to school, which is confounding to me because sending your kids to school, if you're low income, a lot of times the schools have services for the kids. A lot of times that's where kids get their meals. It's sad to say, but it's true.
No, that's exactly right. And at least I started actually a truancy program, even though you would think a district attorney would not focus on truancy. But I was finding that the people who were 15, 16, and 17, we were binding over for trial as an adult, that their first contact was a truancy charge. Whether it was a robbery, a burglary, or a homicide, their first contact with the court was truancy. And my thought process was, if we can get them into school and get them graduated, that will help both with employment. And I believed correctly that it would prevent them from starting down that road of crime. But you have to go through a registration process and have it approved by the school district and others that you're going to homeschool the children. And that wasn't done either. Now, mom had made claim that they were homeschooling him, but you can't just say under Ohio law, I'm homeschooling them. I didn't contact the school district and I didn't register the necessary requirements. So at least it was completely AWOL from the system, either through homeschooling or otherwise.
I want to go back to what you were saying about the importance of showing up in school and that link that you found between.
Listen up, BJ. Listen up. Lean in. There is a connection between not showing up to school and becoming a fucking criminal. Okay? It's a fact. This is not something that Laura made up. This is a fact. So you and the morons in your fucking chat should lean in.
Juveniles committing crimes and being truant. That's often the first step on their way into the juvenile criminal justice system.
Their first step into the juvenile justice system is to not go to school. Good job, Brittany. That's not a mistake. That's a blatant, you didn't send your kids to school because you don't think it's important.
Know that when I worked in local news in Cincinnati, a lot of the school districts formed teams, at least a few of them did that I was aware of, where they would go visit the child's home, just knock on the door if they weren't attending school or if they had a couple of days absences, and just say, hey, is there anything you need? Do you need some help? Is everything okay? And it was like a social worker, some member of the school district, and they did this because it is so important. And often the schools are the first ones to notice that something is going wrong with the children, whether it's neglect, abuse, or other issues.
No, that's exactly right. And at least what we found, and I had that truancy program, and it did the same kinds of things. And sometimes we found that mom and dad or a single parent went to work early in the morning and buying an alarm clock for the children so that they could get up and get out in front of the house.
Because here's the thing, too. It's one thing if your kid is 16 and pretends to get on the bus and then decides that they're not getting on the bus and they go their own way. That you don't have as much control over, but that's not the case here. It's Brittany and Craig not taking their kids to school. Big, big difference. She's the one that's doing it, and so is Craig, not the kid.
The school bus stop was solving the problem of truancy. Sometimes you had parents that were drug abusers, and we would try and get them into a drug treatment program, and that was the source of the problem. Other times, parents didn't really value education and the key to the future for the children, and
that's you, Brittany. You don't value education. You don't value your kids doing phenomenal. You just don't value it because it doesn't mean anything to you. Because during high school, you were on your back popping out babies. There's no reason a 38-year-old should have 6 kids that she can't afford. And 3 of them she never even raised.
Educational opportunities and emphasizing to the parents that the kids really needed to be in school solve the problem. So you have to take a proactive effort, as apparently they did in Cincinnati and we did back in those days now.
This case, the children not being in school is a red flag enough. That's a major red flag right there. But Ron, have you ever in your career, your lengthy career as a prosecutor, seen a family that just simply doesn't send their children to school?
Yep. Brittany non-Jack Blackson. I bet. Brittany non-Black Jackson. And by the way, just in case you don't know, the not black has nothing to do with color. It's Craig's last name. That's where it started from. I know some people think it had to do like racism. No, it's Craig's last name. And since they're not married, that's why it's non-Black Jackson. Just to put it out there.
And just squirrels them away, it appears. It appears they just have the kids, according to what the prosecutors have said, hidden in the house. I don't know if I've ever heard of such a thing.
Well, I would have to say that I've seen it before, but not with 16 kids. And that's
really
so amazing to me in this entire case, that people in Gallia County, people in Vinton County, neighbors, people at the gas station, grocery store, and whatever, no one in a small village of only 200 was aware that there were 16 kids behind the closed doors of that home. And that just kind of boggles your mind. And on top of which, this issue of schooling, issue of the small facility where they were being kept, it just is amazing as the facts unfold.
What do you think? I'm asking you to speculate a little bit, but what do you think was at the root of this? Because I went out to the neighborhood over the weekend.
Welcome. I got to get a sound clip put together.
You can't get in the house. The crime scene tape is still up, obviously. You can't go in there anyway, but there have been some images leaked online, and it's a mess. I mean, it's not even a mess. That's not even an appropriate term. It's like
Thank you, Bosco. Bosco gifted a member.
a mess on steroids times 50 from what we've seen online. I mean, what on earth is going on that you've got kids and even adults living in this type of environment?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was what I wanted to show about that. But I just thought it was really interesting that they happened to show this last night. And like I said, Annette Levy is so shocked that nobody goes to school. You know, how could you not send your kids to school? I'm telling you, I know crackheads whose kids went to school every day. And maybe I just hung out with upper class drug addicts. I don't know. But everybody still wanted their kids to succeed. Like, I remember one of my old neighbors who had a pretty heavy drug problem. I mean, she probably wanted to get rid of her kids because she wanted to get high and didn't want them around. But one day she was coming down off something and there was all this yelling. And me and my other neighbor went out. We're like, you know, is everything okay? But her and a kid were having a fight and she's like sitting there screaming and crying and trying to tell him that I don't want you ending up like me and I want you to do better. I'm like about to cry. Because I keep seeing them fighting. And it was really heartbreaking. I mean, it was sad. And that's why I mean, like, even fucking drug addicts that I know want their kids to do better and know that you have to have an education, you know? And I just couldn't imagine not going to school. And I couldn't imagine not wanting my kids to have every possible chance in life at success. You know, believe me, I got all my student debt gone, and then I look on my financial aid and it's 117,000 back in debt. Why? Because I got kids in college. I'm like, fuck me. I was like, I got all mine gone, and now there's tons more. And now we're gonna have more for Dayton. It's never ending. I'm like, I'm just fucked forever. But I'm at the point, like, I don't care if I'm in debt for the rest of my life, if my kids get a fantastic education. And it turns out that's how it's gonna be. I mean, that's how it's working out, but I don't care. Like, I'll stay with shitty credit and debt my whole life if it means my kids are going to succeed. You know, Phoenix is planning out his master's, Sage is unsure if she's doing a master's, Dayton's getting ready to go off to college and spread their wings and fly. You know what I mean? Sage wants to move to Nashville. She wants to get a job in her career, move to Nashville, and that's it. She wants to do H&R at a music in the music industry or some shit like that. So I was like, well, Nashville's a place to do it if you don't want to go back to New York or LA. But you know what I mean, though? It's just how I don't understand. Like, high school is the easiest time. Elementary school is even fucking easier. But to have elementary school, junior high school, that's just the easiest time you're ever going to have. The easiest schooling that you're ever going to have. Like, get them out of the house, get them to learn, get them around people. You know, I couldn't even imagine not doing it. Oh, I think she wants the hubbub of the city. I do. I think she's in that mode. I don't wake my hungover ass up. Now she has a PhD. There you go. That's what I said. I'm not going to stop her. Her whole thing is she doesn't really want to pay for a master's, which I can't blame her. And a lot of her professors and, because she graduates next year. And I told her, I said, I'm just afraid that you're never going to go back. That's what I'm afraid of. And I want you to see you get your master's. And she said, I know. She said, but I'd rather get with a company and have them pay for it. Okay, I understand that too. She's like, in my field, I really don't think you need a master's. Okay. So, but she's not like Phoenix. Like Phoenix he wants to be on top of the world. Like he wants to run Wall Street. He's got that drive. She doesn't. She just wants to, live, have enough money and, just be happy. So that's where they're very different twins. But Phoenix literally wants to like run Wall Street or, something like that. I can't believe my twins are graduating college next year. That's insane. Absolutely insane. And then Phoenix is doing his master's, probably at Boston University. That's where he wants to go. And then Dayton starts college in a couple of weeks. And I told him, I said, don't you think it's time we go shopping? Like, you need stuff? He's like, we'll go this weekend. Okay. Fucking kids, I'm telling you. I told him, I said, we're running out of time. We're leaving in like 2.5 weeks. But, he's a kid. He knows everything. Phoenix is going to go far. Oh, he definitely is. Phoenix already has a 401k set up. He has a dream job. He's doing really well. Yeah, Kimmy, I told Dayton we need to do scholarships for next year. And I don't know if there are some scholarships for grad programs, and I think Phoenix is looking into that. I'm telling you, he's going to run Wall Street. That's what he wants. Fintech, and he's doing his MBA in financial data engineering or something, some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know where this kid is a math whiz, but he is. He didn't get it from me, I'll tell you that much. Because I don't even understand what he studies. I told him, I said, can you teach me Google Analytics? He's like, one day. Do they do that? Ah, thanks, Kaz. Yeah, some of you guys have watched my twins grow up. I mean, they were what, like 14 when I started? Yeah, like Yarn, Kaz, you guys have been here since they were little. And now they're spreading their wings and flying. Oh, believe me, I know. I got 2 at the same time, and now Dayton. People don't understand. That's why I fucking work my ass off. I mean, I work all day. I come home, I eat something, and then I do candles all night, and then I pop on YouTube when I can't stand anymore. Thanks, Kimmy. Yeah, they got their issues. Sage is lazy. So is Dayton. Yeah, I have 21-year-old twins and an 18-year-old. God, it sounds so weird saying that. I went for my master's, but I only did a year. I never finished. Yeah, Dreamcatcher. Weren't you a Patreon at one point? I think you were. Right? I had a Patreon that was a Dreamcatcher. Yeah, Yarn, I work my fucking ass off. People don't even realize it. And people think like, because you work from home, that it's, making candles, how hard. It's a lot. When you're doing a lot of them, it's a lot. Yeah, I know, Patty. I can't wait to have a grandkid. I really can't. I told the kids, I told Sage, if I have a baby girl, I'm dyeing her hair pink just like mama. She's like, don't you dare. But I don't know who's going to have the first grandkid. I really don't. I really Dreamcatcher? Because I know I had a Dreamcatcher as a Patreon. That's weird. Speaking of candles, hold on 1 second. I put in a huge order today. Huge. Like the biggest order I've done to date. So we're not running out of stuff. I ordered literally 100. It's 121 pounds of wax. I've never ordered that much in one shot. But right now I'm officially out of wax. Where are we? Well, all right. So this is what I ordered tonight. The fall scents we got. Now, some of them you guys are going to know because they're reorders, but this is part of the new fall line that will be on the website shortly. Baccarat again, because I'm going out of that like it's crazy. Balsam Fir, Mulberry, Banana Nut Bread, Blazing Bonfire, Espresso, Mahogany Apple, and Cream Brulee. And then from my other manufacturer, we ordered Honeycrisp Hayride, Haunted Orchid, Forgotten Sweater, Lavender and Tobacco, Lavender and Vanilla, Tailgate Traditions, Wicked Hollow, and Hot Apple Cider. And that is going to be the fall line. Get the Hotel Collection Aura. I smelled them. I didn't like a lot of them. Yeah, hold on. Like the Haunted Orchid is actually from Stranger Things, but it's got like orchid, spice, cedarwood, rose, musk, patchouli, nutmeg oil, patchouli oil, lemon oil, and ginger oil. Yeah, and I also have tons of pumpkin that I already have here. I have a pumpkin and pepper, toasted pumpkin, pumpkin spice, cinnamon and vanilla, the cinnamon, vanilla, and papaya, which is a homemade scent, which everyone seems to absolutely love. Mango, like I have plenty of fall scents here. Those are just new ones that I ordered. So there'll be like 30 new ones. Yeah, Cream Brulee, it got really good reviews. So I decided to give it a shot. And it sounds good. It's got buttery toffee, vanilla custard, creamy custard, creamy caramel, brown butter, and toasted marshmallow. I was like, ooh, that sounds good. I love fall scents too. I'm gonna make a raid scented candle. Yeah. Here's the thing. So many scents smell the same, but every manufacturer puts different names on it. So let's say the Dubai hotel candle. That's probably a like a flowery, musky scent. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But that scent probably comes in like 5 different names from 5 different manufacturers, but people don't realize it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do. I did a homemade scent of smoked oud and fireside, and it smells amazing. I do make corn. It's what's it called? Movie theater butter. It smells just like it. And I make corn wax melts. And they sell it like shows around Halloween time, Thanksgiving. People like them. Personally, I'd like to eat it because it smells so good. But yeah, it's pretty big corn on the cob. You get it in store when you burn, you can't smell it. That's true. And a lot of times you can only smell like the first half and then it runs out of smell. My candles don't do that. You blame me? Everyone blames me. I remember that was my favorite thing about going to the casino to get a room. The scent was heavenly. Yeah, not so much anymore. But like warm, spicy stuff. Tailgate traditions is hickory, leather, moss, patchouli, cedarwood, clary, sage, and bergamot. I ordered that too. That sounded like a real man scent. Yankee Candle, the brand? Blech. They're like the enemy. Thank you, Kimmy. I know, right, Holly? I went to make yours tonight, and I was like, shit, I am out of wax. I only have a little left. I hate spice scents, pumpkin. You hate pumpkin spice or you like pumpkin spice? Now, wax melts I have because I use a different wax for it. I have honeysuckle lemon. Send that to Craig. Yeah, I haven't reordered that, Holly. I've been making it on my own, but I haven't actually reordered it because I'm like, you know what? That's like the only scent that I get from that manufacturer. So it's kind of hard. Oh, Yankee Candle sucks. There you go. I burned my house down with a Yankee Candle. Max said I bought Forest Fireside. He didn't think it would be as realistic. That's crazy. Oh, okay. You hate pumpkin spice. Velvet Woods. You wouldn't have to pay extra. Let me see what the scents are. All right, Velvet Woods is cedar, musk, jasmine, and sweet cedar. I have like 15 things that sound like that. Bath and Body Works, Velvet Amber Woods, Saffron Jasmine. Yeah, that's not a hard mix. There's all different ones though. Some of them looks like they have bergamot, lime. This one says Velvet Wood with tobacco and vanilla. This one's saying Velvet Woods is vanilla, orchid, nutmeg, and soft woods. Bitter grapefruit, bergamot. There's too many different scents. It's a mix of blackberry and tobacco. Oh, I could do that. See, that's what I mean. People have different names for it. I have raspberry. I have a few different raspberries, actually. This Velvet Woods is jasmine, amber, vanilla. Who makes it? Alabama. A lot of people don't order raspberry. I've had a blueberry raspberry for a long time. I've had blackberry raspberry with lavender. A lot of people don't order it. Yeah, vanilla is popular. Amber, blackberry, and tobacco. Yeah, that's not hard to make. That's just woodsy with a sweet layer. I could try it. Send you wax melt. Let me know if I'm close. Velvet Wood Notes by Yankee. Okay. Yep. It has Velvet Accord, Tobacco, Blackberry Merlot, Orchid, Ebony Woods, and Amber. That's an interesting mix. Let me see. Oh, it's discontinued. Yeah, it's discontinued. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely make it. When I put in the notes, I was looking to see if something else came up. But I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I could do that. Do you know I had pistachio and it did not sell? I mean, it took me like forever to get rid of like a 16-ounce bottle, like a year. Like people didn't buy it. I have apple cinnamon. You know, I could definitely remake that. I have to order blackberry. I have everything else. I don't have blackberry Merlot though. I have to order that. Gonna send a money scented candle to Granny and Beej to remind Granny she about to. Oh, you just reminded me. I got to do her code. I figure I'll make her code. Pay me 9,800. That's gonna be Granny's code for people to get a discount. I figure pay me 9,800 is a good one. Oh, it smells amazing, Yarn. I had it under Dubai chocolate. Holly, didn't you get one? I think Holly got the Dubai chocolate. I think she is one of the ones that got it. $9,800 would be better. That's what I said. Pay me $9,800. What did I say? Oh, you're saying just $9,800. Coach be the B. Joe's Granny 9,800. I told her, I said, bitch, light the fucking candles already. Because there are a lot of people that have asked me that are waiting for her to light them. I said, if you love it so much, don't worry, I'll make you another one. Just light it. I don't even know how. I did Queen Bee's candle. I gotta send hers to her too. She's gonna like hers. Oh. Fuck. I haven't found a good chocolate that I liked. It always smells good in the bottle, and then it just doesn't transfer well in the wax that I use. I don't know why. It just doesn't. I don't. I mean, I can because I make car diffusers, so I can do refills. I just don't know how I don't have anything to send them in. Like, I have the stuff to make them. But I've also gotten into making my own all-purpose cleaner spray, which so far I'm loving it. I mean, it works really well. I just don't know what I'm pricing them at and how to make it cost effective. See, I like woodsy scents. I'm a big woodsy person. I love wood scents. So I try getting more flower scents because I know people like them. But I don't know. A lot of people just seem to like honeysuckle, jasmine. Chocolate. Oh, is it really Wee Jenny? That's another one. Pine cone, not pine cone. Like pure pine scents. Not too many people order them, but some people just love them. Chemical scent by Kroger. The number 2 scents of pistachio, sandalwood, caramel, and vanilla. That's not bad. I like coconut. You want to see a website and choose some scents? See, I'm not a big sandalwood. I like patchouli over sandalwood. And I'm not a big perfume scent person. I have a couple of perfume scents that I'm not a big lover on. Oh, I also have Aqua di Gio. Someone asked me about it. I have that coming in. I have a whole bunch of other scents coming in from another I have like so many manufacturers. But I tell you, I invested some serious buco bucks today. And but I have other scents coming on Friday. I love Palo Santo. Love, love, love. But that's another one. A lot of people don't order it. I don't know why. Or they order it, they say it's too strong. Okay. Oh, Patty, I have a cherry that will blow you out. It is so fucking good. It is like pure cherry. I think I sent it to Clue. Clue might have one of the cherry ones. I think I ask her, because I think I sent it. I think. No, I have not tried it yet. Sage, my daughter keeps telling me, Mom, you should try this. Like, she'll send me like TikTok videos. And I just haven't tried it yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sent her one. I think. Or maybe wax melts of it, but definitely ask her. But no, I want to make them Alabama just because I think they look cool because they have like 2 different colors. No, Jubilee is the cherry one. And I have a really strong cherry and a semi-strong cherry. Some people like think it's overwhelming for too much. Well, I also make room sprays, I make lotions, I make car diffusers, wax melts. Thank you, Alabama. Yeah, I have to practice using the 2 different colors for the 2 different scents. Oh, I also make oils. I forgot about that. So it's not just candles. We're a high IQ outfit. And now I'm going to be getting into whatchamacallit? All-purpose cleaners. Yeah, delivery overseas is expensive, but it's not as bad as you think. And now the post office raised prices. Nothing affects me because I don't go directly to the post office, but they now raised it, like, where it used to be, like, if you're sending under a pound, then it was, like, $5, but now it's, like, $15.99. It's the same price. I'm like, "That's insane." I was like, "Thank God I use a third party." But, yeah, if you're going directly to the post office, don't. Welcome, Salt. I have cherry amaretto. I do make it. What I decided I was gonna do once I get caught up on everything, I was gonna list every scent that I have on a separate page on the website. So if somebody wants a specific scent, they can look and see if I have it. And then they could just, pick a candle and then say, can you put this scent on it? Because I have like over 200 scents. Like I'm literally a fucking fragrance whore. I want to try like every scent out there. And everyone tells me you're insane. You're losing profits doing that. I was like, I don't care. I want to I want to try basically everyone out there that smells good. So Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do because I have scents that are sitting here that I never put on the website for whatever reason. Like I don't have a lot of it, or I bought it as a tester. So I'm like, you know what? I should just make a list and put every single one on the website and let people pick that way. Oh, I have it. That's another one that someone bought like 6 months ago. I sold a few, but I have a lot of it sitting here. It's not one that people buy. But I like having a variety. 1,000 vape juice? You're crazy. Well, that's what someone told me, a social media marketer told me, that you don't wanna overwhelm people with, like, having 100 different candles on the website. Not at this stage. You know, most people just add, like, 4 or 5 new candles, and they have their main collection line. So I kinda wheedled it down to, like, 50 candles, and that's where I'm at. I think I have even less. I think I have, like, 40 candles. So and that's it. Oh, by the way, my car is working. We got my car working today. Very happy. It was rough being without a car for 4 days. It is fun. I agree with you. I like making my own scents. Some of them don't come out great, and I'm like, "Shit, I just wasted this." But some of them actually came out really good. But Alabama, like I said earlier, that's another one. The Marzipan, I think smells amazing, and it's not a big seller. Yeah, yarn. My car, there was something wrong with it, and I didn't know what it was. And then finally, a friend of mine, I asked him, I was like, I can't get a mobile mechanic here. Can you just come look at it and tell me what you think it is? And he's like, turn this on, turn that on, and we got it working. It's fine. I was like, woohoo. We still can't get my window all the way up, but that's a whole separate issue. But it's running. And that's all that matters. So, all right, but I got to go to bed. I have to be up in 4 hours, and I've literally gotten like 3 hours of sleep every night. I love the spring cleaning too, Alabama. Thanks, Salt. Ah, thank you. See, everyone tells me that about the packaging. I look at TikTok and I'm like, my fucking my I don't think my packaging is all that, but everyone tells me how great it is. I'm like, sweet. Of course I got a website. A lot of people don't like almond though. Yeah, I spring cleaned last weekend and now everything's a mess again. I'm so bad. So, oh, but I have to get to bed. So again, candles that were ordered after today's Wednesday, after Monday are going to be a little longer because I have to wait for wax. I have Tide. It's actually not Tide. I'm Downy. I sent you. Oh, did you, Salt? On the chat or on the email? Ah, thank you. Because like I said, I'm literally, I can probably make about 4 or 5 more candles, which I think covers everyone, but I also have wax melts to make. So yeah, I'm a little behind. I would have to order Tide. I don't have any in. I know, and it didn't cost me anything, Retha, which is a good thing. See, I can't compete with Goose Creek because I don't know how they sell them so cheap. They must get everything like from China in serious bulk. I can't do that. Because I know people that have ordered from them. It's just too cheap. I mean, I can't compete with their prices. But I think they use a soy. I don't think they use my wax. I use a really high-end wax. When did you leave the message, Salt? And for everyone, leave a review on the website. Don't ask me how to do it, though, because I really don't know. Someone asked me, how do I leave a review? I was like, I have no idea. It's this new system we got. I like the old system, but the new system we got, it's like I don't even understand it. But I think whatever candle you bought, you can leave a review or you get notification. I don't know. Something like that. There's still a bunch of things on the website I got to look into. Did I respond? Huh. Did I respond? I will have to look. Ah, thanks, Retha. So, all right, though, I got to get to bed. I can't stop yawning. I got to let the dogs in, too. But I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Yeah, I will check it tomorrow. I love my tomato wax melts. I think the tomato smells amazing. I love it in a candle. I love it I mean, it's really strong and smells just like a tomato. And that's another one that's not a big seller, and I love it. It happens to be one of my favorites. It happens to be one of my favorites. Pretty much everything that I sell is strong. I mean, some obviously are gonna be stronger than others just because of the scent, but almost everything is pretty strong. I was being nice here tonight. And Brittany, stop fucking eating on a live. That shit is gross. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to see it. It is nasty. Nasty, nasty. But if you guys can't fall asleep and you want some drama, go watch Barbecue Ladies live today. She fucking ripped Melissa and Brittany new assholes. She did great, though. Cheryl, you would like it then. They really smell amazing. Oh, that's another thing before I forget. People are asking me about the monthly, the VIP club. I spoke to the developer of the app. Nobody knows why it's not working. So they're allegedly working on it to find out why it's not connecting. So don't think I forgot about it because I haven't. I'm still working on it. And if they don't get it fixed weekend, I'm going with a new app developer for it. So just want to let everyone know that because a lot of people have asked me that they're trying to get the monthly VIP because it's free shipping and it's cheaper, but it's not working. So I am working on it. I promise. Yeah, barbecues was hilarious. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I listened to most of it. It was great. She just went off. It was funny as hell. I was like, "You go, girl." So, uh, uh, All right, that's like the 19th time I yawned. So I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Order your candles, order your wax melts, order your let me get you the link. Let me drop the link. It is good. She just takes off running. And I started to record it. Oh my God, did she delete it? Oh no, here it is. I was gonna say she better not have deleted it. All right, here it is. Now she started a YouTube channel, but I'm telling you, it's good. It's worth watching. I promise. You'll laugh. She just like literally went off. So, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I can't stop yawning. All right, I gotta get to bed. Peace. And hit the thumbs up on your way out. And mods, thank you so much for being here. And one of these days, I will do a straight up candle and crime. So maybe Friday night. Yeah, yawn. You'll laugh. It's good. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace.